Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase. Look what I've got. Just came from Mattel, and it might have the most controversial model I think we've seen all year. I stayed quiet when that R34 was unveiled or leaked or whatever it was. There were a ton of opinions about it. I'll talk a little bit about this model. And but we are going to go through the first mix of Fast and Furious. It is back. We've got a movie coming. That means the mixes are back. Hot Wheels has done it. A couple people called me out saying, "Did you hear that? You know, when Lamley said that Fast and Furious is over, well, it's back." Well, he was wrong. No, folks, I was right. As far as Mattel knew, they told me it's over. And then, as the new movie was coming out, they decided, let's bring it back. So it was gone for basically a year, right? It vanished. Now it's back. Mattel made that decision. I had to keep my mouth shut, so I did. But you know what? Always happy to see it back. There's a lot of opinions. Some people think it's overkill because we have repeat models and things like that. Some people don't like that. But I get it. I get all those opinions. It's nice to have a new casting in here, which we'll get to. The first premium new casting we'll see for 2023. And yeah, well, let's just get right to it. I don't know if we can see the numbers. Yep, they're up top. So let's just start 1-5. We'll go in order. Well, we'll go almost in order, right? But let's start. Yeah, let's go in order. Why not? Because we'll finish with that controversial Skyline. Number 1 of 5, Fast and Furious. There's no theme here, but the mix is back. Like Fast and Furious as a premium mix, a la Car Culture, Boulevard, Pop Culture, etc. It is back. The Fast and the Furious, I think the movies that these come from are still identified on the back. There is that if you need it. I think this is hitting imminently because Mattel sent it to me and it came from the distribution center. This is the Mazda RX-7 FD. Very, very cool. I think this has been released before, but only in basic, right? In the basic Fast and Furious mixes. HKS deco. I really like this one. Sometimes I don't like the Fast and Furious decos on them, as we'll get to. But this one's pretty clean, pretty cool. Nice to have a white RX-7. And considering Ronin Run is hitting at the exact same time, if you find them both, you can get this white RX-7 with these rims and then get the blue one. Nice plain factory color blue with the same rims. It's kind of a nice pairing. I really dig that one. That RX-7 casting is just phenomenal. All right, let's find number 2. Here it is. Okay, it is the 1967 Chevy Camaro Off-Road. There's the art. We're kind of seeing a theme with the Fast and Furious art. It's pretty, I don't want to say standard, but there's kind of a consistency to it for the most part. Furious 7 is that this came from. This one popped out of a plane. I love this casting. I actually just love it. This is one where, you don't see there's not a ton of realistic off-road Chevy Camaros, but this is one that I liked it in Fast and Furious, and I love how it's been replicated by Hot Wheels. In fact, let's see. Let's pull out. I did pull out the original. We've seen it as a mail-in car. We've seen it in Car Culture. Here's the original, and there's a difference here. Let's see if I can find a way to do this. One is this, if you look at them, one is kind of a matte gray, the new one, and the old one is more of just kind of a standard silver. So they do mix it up a little bit. They didn't change up the rims. Don't know if they needed to. That off-road style works really good. But if you want to get into the subtle differences, it is essentially the same, right? It has the Camaro striping on it, which is proper hood and trunk, not the roof, right? But that one looks really cool. I like it in the matte gray. Enough for me to keep it. I like this casting, so I tend to collect castings that I really like, especially in premium. I'll keep them all. And I have kept every Fast and Furious, to be honest. All these premium lines, I keep every model. So this one obviously will go into that collection. All right, number 3 of 5, Jeep Cherokee Trackhawk. Nice to see a second version of this. The only problem with it is it's the same model. This casting's phenomenal. I thought it was one of the best executed castings of the year last year. I'm not a huge Jeep Cherokee fan, but the Trackhawk is a very interesting car, kind of like, what is it, like the Hellcat Jeep. And And, you know, one of those things, Fast and Furious, this is from F9. One of those things that it's kind of cool because Fast and Furious, we got the casting, but I would imagine we should see this in like Boulevard or Car Culture, and we haven't yet. This is very similar, I think, to the differences are very similar to the Camaro, right? Kind of more of a gloss metal flake style on the original. Wheels are the same. But the new one is more of a matte gray. So, yeah, big enough difference, but not a huge difference. But they look cool. It's nice to see those together. Nice to see that casting released again. I just hope we see a different version of it, although that gunmetal is pretty cool. All right. That's 3. We got number 4 of 5. That is the new casting. Typically, this would be the one that will get the most attention, but it's that orange one that's going to look at this. This is fantastic. We got a new Porsche. Porsche 718 Cayman GT4, 718 Cayman. I don't think Hot Wheels has ever done the Cayman. Matchbox is, no, they have. No, they've done the Boxster, right? Hot Wheels has done the Cayman. I'm sorry, Matchbox has done the Cayman. I don't think Hot Wheels has. They've done the Boxster. Maybe, do I have that right? I think I do. So this is the first one, and this is the GT4, which to me is, if you're going to do a Cayman, this is the way to go, with spoiler on the back, which looks really nice and detailed. You've got, looks like the headlight, the windows and the headlights, that goes together. You know, the window piece, so you get that break in the headlights, but because it's premium, you get all of the deco as well anyway, including the side deco, some detailing there, of course, in the back and in the front. It looks good, and it's sitting on those 4 spokes. So we're always getting new Porsches. No complaints there. This is not a nice mix from some of the classic and the newer 911s that we get. They're great, but getting the Cayman is a very nice mix. I got nothing to compare it to, so I'm not gonna. But really nice, and I'm sure we'll see that all over the place. All right, let's talk about this thing. Number 5 of 5 is the Nissan Skyline GTR, the BNR 34. R34 Skyline is in Fast and Furious. We've seen it in 2 decos prior, right? In Fast and Furious, we've seen it in blue, and we've seen it in that silver with the blue stripes. But Hot Wheels wanted to throw a little curveball at you. And you know what? I have to say, why the hell not? Do I like this car? No, I don't at all. They took the Super Deco from the original. Did they even? Yeah, they called it Fast and Furious, and stuck it on the R34. People saying it's a cash grab. What are they? They're trying to sell these cars, right? So I think that, I don't think that reasoning is totally off, but yeah, I just know there's going to be a lot of people complain, as this will be the first thing to go off the pegs. We all know it. We're all going to pick it up. It's a curiosity for sure. People that don't like it, I don't like it, but I have no problem with Mattel doing it. The casting is great. I collect the R34. I have all the premium versions. I'll put it in there too, but I won't display it. I will for a minute in my new releases display right here, but no, I don't like it, but that's okay. Like, there's going to be cars I don't like. And I don't know if there's, I just don't know what I'm supposed to hate about this. Like, why I'm like, other than the fact that it's ugly, and I didn't like the deco on the Supra either, but I understand the Fast and Furious, and it's something different, something curious. I guess I'm just not seeing it. And I respect your opinion. If you hate this and you hate that Mattel did it, put that in the comments. I'll definitely listen. I won't argue with you, because everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just don't think you need to like completely kill Mattel for doing this. Universal approved it. So they thought it was kind of fun. If they want to have fun with this, they make toilet cars at Hot Wheels, right? They make cars that look like toasters. They can put a Fast and Furious deco on an R34, a Super deco on an R34. I just don't see why that's a big deal. Anyway, there you go. There is the first Fast and Furious mix. Fantastic new casting. Couple of repeats. Nice to see a new premium with the RX-7. I think it's a decent mix. And then, of course, the controversial R34. I like it. I like what they're doing. And I am hoping, like you guys, I hope that with this Universal, with the budget they put into it, with the fact that Universal and Fast and Furious introduces a ton of cars, I'm curious. I'm hoping that we're going to see some new castings coming out of this, some interesting cars. You know, if you look in just all the little back scenes, they've done some of those cars too. There's a lot of cool cars they could do. I hope they do them. I hope with Fast and Furious back, we're going to see that. You guys tell me what you think. This is fun. Thank you, Mattel, for sending it. go pick up what you want at the store. Thanks, everybody. Bye.